Hello and welcome to my Elite Dangerous, the day-to-day grind, prime time grind all the time. And that's just part of the game. Grinding is always part of the game. If it's materials or trying to work with the engineers or trying to collect credits or trying to improve your rank, it's always a grind. So with this game, you just kind of have to get used to that part of it. If you want a fleet carrier in 12 more hours, then you have to grind. At 11 a.m. May the 11th, Fleet Carriers Beta 2 starts. And you know I'll be recording and then editing and publishing. So watch for my videos during the day. Make sure you press that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything, but you get notified when I produce new videos. So May the 11th, you'll get notified when I'm producing videos for the fleet carriers. We will pick up our fleet carrier at Planetary. We'll fly it out to Myanmar, next door to Beta Hydra, because Beta Hydra is a permit system. We can't land the fleet carrier within a permit system. So we'll be at Myanmar, next door. We'll take over the travel cutter that we use to get to Planetary, that's at that point that's on the fleet carrier. We'll go over to Edmondson High. We'll change out some of the modules for cargo racks, and we'll pick up tritium, and we'll start loading the cargo area of the fleet carrier with tritium. Frontier says it's tritium, not tritium, so that's why we're using that. Yeah, we'll load 16,000 tons using the cutter. We'll turn the travel cutter into a cargo cutter because we want to make sure we can actually get to Planetary without running out of fuel. And the travel's already set up for that. And Edmondson High has the cargo racks. So we'll switch out. We'll transfer cargo units over to the fleet carrier. At the same time, we'll transfer those fuel tanks and fuel scoop and all of that from Edmondson High over to the fleet carrier, and we'll just load it up with 16,000 tons. I'm going to leave area in the fuel tank open, so if you want to donate tritium, you can. And I'm going to set it up to where we will purchase tritium for 50% of what the going rate is. So if you can either donate it or you can sell it to us at 50% less. Either way, it'll help the fleet carrier, and it'll be called the RGFC. RG-FC is the name of the fleet carrier. Like this is the RGPYT-CGO, meaning it's the Python cargo. So we won't talk about what the RG is, so because I have to have some anonymous here, because I have day job and all of that, so we want to protect the innocent. So we need to get over to Sothis Mining, pick up a load, so we hit that 11.25. So that's the whole thing, is to gain credits. And you're going, why do you need 11 billion? Because in June, I'm going to spend upwards of 8 billion on the fleet carrier. And that would only leave me about 3.2 left. So that's why. I want to have 10 billion after I spend upwards of 8 billion on the fleet carrier. So that's the reason. There's always a reason for my madness. We did find out, yes, the beta starts tomorrow, and by the end of the beta, closer to the end, there's going to be a a red light special or a blue light special or whatever light.
Detach is good. Regulate speed until outside the exclusion zone.
You will be able to buy a fleet carrier toward the end of Beta 2 for as little as 1 million credits. So the Frontier wants to see how the system reacts when it's loaded down with fleet carriers. Well, that will do it. I'm pretty sure that will do it. And the upkeep cost will be 85.5% less than it was in Beta 1. My Beta 1 upkeep cost was 127 million a week. This should be about 19 million a week. The services like the shipyard and outfitting and refueling, rearming, universal cartographics, all of that will be 35 to 45% less than it was in Beta 1. Now, universal cartographics will be brand new for Beta 2. It was not in Beta 1. So, tritium will go over twice as far as it did before. So it'll have twice the fuel efficiency as it did. So all of that's super.
Security scans on approach.
Frameshift drive charging.
And where the ramp-up time to go into hyperspace for the fleet carrier was an hour, it's now 15 minutes. The cooldown time was an hour, and it's now 5 minutes.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
In Beta 1, you only had 4 weeks to catch up on your debt for your weekly upkeep. Now you got 10 weeks. In Beta 2. If after 10 weeks you lose your carrier because of upkeep costs, you will get the full 5 billion returned to you instead of losing $1 billion like you would have in Beta 1. So they've made some good improvements. They said they might even make further improvements if it really based how Beta 2 goes. And the new era that's supposed to kick off in December of 2020 has been postponed into 2021, which would be space legs, personal planetary bases, and landing on planets with atmospheres. So we'll have to wait a little bit longer for that content. But make sure you look to the bottom right and press that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything. It's not the premium service or any of that. It's just the normal free one. You get notified when I create new videos, and it helps me with YouTube to eventually get support from them. Appreciate all of those that have subscribed to my channel. If I didn't have any subscribers, I would certainly not keep creating videos. It wouldn't be worth it. I have created over 645 videos just since January without any funding, besides just a few small donations. So please consider looking into the description below the video, and there's ways to donate in there, so please consider donating. Underneath the video to the left, you'll see my YouTube channel page, GFM_RDG, where you'll find those over 645 more videos. Sis left. So it's going to be a busy week next week. I'm going to enjoy having the fleet carrier back. I really miss it from Beta 1. And that's part of the grind. That's why I have 11.25 billion, because I'm going to be buying it in June. And I'll be keeping it. And I will be putting at least 6 months worth of upkeep into the balance. So I don't have to worry about it. And I'll keep topping it off about once a month. Nope, we're not going to go in debt. We're going to keep it. It's my traveling home base. And with tritium being more fuel efficient, I can carry it everywhere, but I'll have to continue to grind credits. And here between Sothis Mining and Ceos, I can do that. And I'm willing to do that. Sis left.
Docking request granted.
So we will pick up a load, carry it back to New Dawn, and that should put us over that 11.25 billion. And then the next one will be 11.3 when I bring you back in. We'll share time between the Beta 2 fleet carrier videos and my
Landing gear deployed.
live account, creating credits, preparing for the fleet carriers in June.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
First, see, we're only going to New Dawn. We're not going to Brunel or to Babbage anymore. So we're checking for more cargo missions to New Dawn, especially those palladiums. I would take 20 of those. Silver only if we get below, say, around 8 cargo missions. We'll take silver, but it pays half of what gold pays. Or about half, and a little less than that from palladium. We will take the 2 and 3 units of silver, that's fine, because based on reward per unit,
Incoming mission critical message.
it's actually pretty good for that. Sis left.
Incoming mission critical message.
So now we have 11. We'll take the oldest ones, which is a Deliver 113 120 palladium. Sis left. Deliver 3 units. So we'll take all the 2 and 3 units. And you get those because you donate. If you donate to the factions, they in return give you these 2 and 3 units. And with my 280 unit cargo rack area, you could store quite a few of those. Now they don't give you enough to fill 280, but it's still pretty nice. Sys left. And to get the rewards that I get, you see on underneath each of the factions, the reputation bar is maxed. You have to max those out. Boom, 108 palladium. Sys left. And deliver 72 palladium. Sys left. Deliver 84 of gold. And we're going to max out pretty soon.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Looks like we got all that one too. That's good. Yeah, that's very nice. Okay, so let's get over to New Dawn and break this 2.25, which we should do that easily. Sys up. Sys left. Set our destination. New Dawn, because that's the only we pick up from Sothis Mining and we deliver to New Dawn. And right now that's all we're doing. All my assets are where that reddish block is at Babbage, waiting for the fleet carrier in June. As you see, I have 4 cutters, 3 pythons, and a sidewinder, and I'm in a python, so there's 4 pythons, 4 cutters. Those are my support ships for the fleet carrier.
Landing gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Make sure you press that subscribe button so you're notified when I create more videos, and that will help me with YouTube eventually, where I get support from them. So I need all the help I can get.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
And underneath the video in the description, you'll find ways to donate. Please consider donating to our channel. We really need it. Our finances are taking a beating. Need to get away from that star
Critical message.
so these pirates don't push us into the star. It's working out pretty good, taking missions from Sothis Mining to New Dawn only. We're getting less interdictions. We have less trouble getting to the station because the orbit around for New Dawn station, yeah, it always startles me. Is that big boom all of a sudden. So the others are real tight next to the planet at Brunel and Babbage, but Brunel is, the orbit is far away, so it's really nice. So it just seems to work better. So we're going to deliver these missions, and then we're going to go back to surface mining. Yeah, we usually get that third one. That's what I was expecting. And I do slow down. It seems to work pretty good. And sometimes they'll toil with us. Sis left. Sis left. So if he's going to toil with us, we're going to dart into the station. That's where we get those pirate attack videos from. So check those out on my YouTube channel. We do have another one that's kind of back here, so we want to make sure they're kind of beside of us or in front of us. So I'm kind of working my way around. Let him just go ahead and get it out of the way. In the last 10 months, I can count on one hand how many times I've been knocked out of Super Cruise. And if you get knocked out of Super Cruise, just maximize your throttle. Boost as often as you can. And you'll see to the left, there's those blue heat sinks. I've got those set to voice to launch them. So you can cool your ship down so you can get back into Super Cruise and start it all over again. See, we can kind of, by turning, we can kind of push things to the side also. So we do that. See how far this orbit is to that planet up there? It's a whole lot safer. And most of the missions are to New Dawn, so we've decided just to take New Dawn. Yeah, we don't max out at 20 anymore, but it seems to be working out pretty good. We take as many gold and palladiums as we can get. We take silver in the beginning when they're really scarce. But as long as we're over, say, 8 and over, we'll just take gold and palladium. Seems to work out really well.
Romeo Golf India. Station services are on standby for your arrival, Commander.
Sis left.
Access granted. You are go for approach to pad 3-5. Acknowledged, Commander. Clear for assisted docking.
And you need a comfortable, maneuverable ship. I like the Python. If I have to put up with lots of interdictions, it seems to work really well. And does have cargo space for 280 units, or can. You can outfit it that way. I use the engineers to fully mod my ships as much as possible for shields and hull and armor and thrusters and engines and just everything. And get used to your controllers.
Landing gear deployed.
Sis up. And lots of practice.
Solid contact. You may disembark when ready. Station facilities are at your disposal, Commander.
I have over 2,600 hours, or that's what Steam says I have in this game. I have restarted my account twice, before I found out about the fleet carriers, and then I decided, no, that's not a good idea. Or I'd have probably another 3 billion if I would have never restarted. I was already double elite when I restarted the last time. I had to do it all over again, but I wanted to do it all over again because I got bored. And now, since January, I've been doing videos, so that helps to curve the boredom. But I have over 645 videos, so it just takes an enormous amount of videos and content, and I still am not to the point I can get support from YouTube. As you can tell, we're already over that 11.25. So I need as many of you that can subscribe to my channel. That'll really help me out. And those that have, I really appreciate it. I was thinking we needed 12, but see, we have another 11, so we could have gotten 20 or over 20 million on that load, which is, you know, we do at times. Is this right? So, but we hit our goal of the 11.25. That's the main thing. Assist left. Need to get back to Sothis Mining where we can end this video. Look and make sure the video's been working. Seems to. I think we're good. So let's get back to Sothis Mining. Yeah, about 1% of the videos don't work, and I have to redo them for whatever reason. It's usually a failure somewhere.
Landing gear retracted.
Detach is good. Regulate speed until outside the exclusion zone.
Thank you for watching. Make sure you press that subscribe button. That'll help me out.
Frameshift drive charging.
And of course, donating will help us. So look in the description under the video toward the bottom of that and find the ways you can donate.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
And watch more of our videos. Total watch time is one of the requirements of YouTube too to get support, so you can help us that way too. So we'll get back to Sothis Mining and we'll conclude this video there. Assist left. Appreciate you coming along. Hopefully you'll watch more of our videos and come along more often. And again, this is May 10th, May the 11th at 11 a.m. UTC. The beta 2 for fleet carriers starts up again. And you know I'm going to be there. You know I'll be doing it. right from the get-go. I'm going to spend that $5 billion and the extra $600-700 million on the activation of services, and then buying 16,000 tons of tritium, as Frontier says, and putting it into the cargo space of the fleet carrier. My fleet carrier will be open to all except for Notorious in live, private, and solo modes. It's called RGFC, and if you look in Beta 1, it's that primary location in Beta 1 is where it's going to be in Beta 2 also, or where it's going to wind up. I'll be letting you know every day where it's at and what our plans are of where we're going. We will travel a little bit more than we did in Beta 1 because the funds or the credits won't be so tight. I went into Beta 1 with $6.3 billion. I'll go into Beta 2 with probably $9.9 billion. So it'll be much easier. And then in June we already have $11.25 billion. So it'll even be easier. I like easier. I like that easy button. I need one of those. And my life definitely has not been easy. It's been a rough one. The only thing that's really worked well is my wife and kids, and that's about it. Everything else has been a mess. So, as you can tell, I never found that easy button. But you all can help me out by subscribing right now. Sis left, and it doesn't cost anything to subscribe. That's what's even better.
Docking request granted.
Sis up. So we're going to refuel, do the advanced maintenance, and then we'll call this a video. So until the next video, keep watching.
Landing gear deployed. Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Okay, well, I think that about does it. Well, thank you for coming along. Hopefully that you'll join us again in the next video. So until then, thank you for watching.